Hi ladies and gentlemen, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing what I call colored pencil testing. First, you're going to look through the various cans of colored pencils that are in the classroom and whatever are in the boxes. And I want you to look through and find different colors you like, but what's important is that you find at least 4 different brands. So let me tell you what I want you to look for. I want you to look for, first, Crayola, whatever color you want. Second, I want you to look for School Smart or Crayola. Next, I want you to look for a Faber-Castell. It will look from the side like it's a rounded triangle. And then you can either find a Scholar Prismacolor or a Premier of Prismacolor. So Scholar is the school brand, and then Prismacolor Premier is the professional brand. So you're going to find that first. And then what you're going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is you and your shoulder partner will have a piece of tissue and a sharpener. And what you're going to do is you're going to sharpen all those pencils and give yourself a nice point. And the reason why I want you to have the tissue is because I want you to make a little pile of shavings so you are not getting up and down during class. So at this point, I'm going to fast forward it, but that's what you're going to do first. And then go ahead and pause the video at this point so you can take care of that. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be getting a sheet of paper. It's a half sheet of construction paper. Please put your name and code on it. And at the top, would you put colored pencil test. And then I'm going to put my name and code on the bottom. This demonstration is going to be split up into a couple of pieces, just so you know. Now, one kind of note, when you have your colored pencils at your desk, maybe somewhere you want to have a couple of items, like maybe, a box of, your pencil box, or maybe books or something to kind of keep your pencils from rolling off. I've got my desk, I've got plenty of things here to help me. Colored pencil lead is extremely delicate, so if you've ever, picked a color and you sharpened and then you used it and it broke, and then 5 minutes later you came back and you sharpened again and then it broke, what happened is that pencil probably got dropped and there's these miniature cracks inside, and so it's just going to keep doing that. So I really want you to be careful not to drop the pencils or allow them to roll off the tables or in between. Just be very careful with that. Okay. So for each color, and I'm going to start with the least expensive brand, so you either pick Crayola or School Smart. I'm going to roll these off to the side. You're going to do the following things. And I'm only going to show you one, and then I'm going to fast forward through the rest of them so you can see that I did at least 3 or 4 tests. For every color, what I usually suggest is as soon as you sharpen it, go to the side and just rub off a little, because it's going to break anyway, and rub off a tiny bit so you get an angle to your point. Whatever brand it is, you can write out the full name or just the abbreviation. So I'm going to put a C for Crayola. And then you're going to do 2 things today for each one. You're going to do a gradient value scale, which most of you have done before, and if not, you can go to my YouTube channel and look up how to do a gradient value scale and do that in pencil. And then you're going to do a parts value scale. So I want you to go from medium pressure, just stay there, get it nice and thick. And I would like you to go from a dark to a medium to a light value, and you might need to do this 3 to 4 layers so you really can see how dark or light that pencil can go. Because I really want you to be able to tell and feel what each brand can do, what the color looks like. It's really a great test, and it gets you just used to how to use a colored pencil. I am holding it in the middle, so it's more of a sketching hold, and I'm not using too much pressure because I want it to be smooth. So this is my gradient value scale. Just for those of you who need to know, Gradient. You do not have to write that on your sheet. That's just for anyone else watching. And then you're going to do a parts of value scale. So normally, those of you who've been with me before have seen me do little rectangles. I'm just going to do a small 5-part test. So I'm going to do the darkest dark I can with this particular color. Full pressure, multiple layers. You're going to see that like high gloss sheen if you tilt the paper. And I've got little dust particles happening because I cannot fill that little area in. So that would be my 5. Then I'm going to do a a lighter pressure but still dark, number 4, equivalent to dark gray. 3, medium pressure, 1 to 2 layers. 2, medium pressure, 1 layer. A 1, the lightest pressure I can go, 1 layer. You can feel free to number them if you want. If you don't know what a parts of value scale is, you should also go back to my YouTube channel and watch parts of value scale. Okay, so I did that with Crayola. I'm going to do that with the rest of my colors because I want you to try out each brand. I want you to try out the low-end brands, the medium brands like Faber-Castell are the medium brands, and then the high-end brands would be the Prismacolor, Premier, and Scholars. Okay, so for the rest of it, you're going to see me do at least 3 or 4 more colors on this sheet. It's going to fast forward through this part on the rest of the video. Good luck.